Hello everyone, I'm Rahul Sandia, and in this new lecture of Internet of Things, we will discuss Arduino ecosystem for developing the microcontroller applications. Basically, if you have interest in hobby electronics, you must be familiar of this device or this ecosystem. So what is Arduino basically? Arduino is a popular development ecosystem for microcontroller which is supported by easy to use programming environment that allow us to quickly start developing software. Basically in this picture you can see this is Arduino board. So earlier to develop microcontroller based application was little complicated because you have to do say various soldering or connections, and then you have to code in C or assembly language. The development environment was also complicated, but the Arduino enables even a common persons who have interest in electronics or electronic gadget can develop microcontroller based application using this board. So it's both hardware. What is Arduino? Basically, in this board we can see uh, this is a Atmel microcontroller, uh, and we have here various pins diagram. It provide USB connections. There is integrated oscillations. Virtually, it has everything that is used for programming microcontroller. So what is Arduino? Basically, it is consists of three parts. One is the Arduino board, on which the microcontroller, basically Atmel microcontroller, is mounted. Second is external hardware called so Arduino ecosystem have also various external hardware components like Bluetooth module or Wi-Fi module. These external components are known as cells. And the third is the Arduino integrated development environment. So it is basically IDE for developing microcontroller software. Its programming language is just like C, C++, but you do not have to go again. The Arduino language very similar to C, C++, but you have not to go through difficult portion, means configurations. You have to simply write some few simple lines. Basically, it hides the complicated portions of the code and just reveal the controlling parts of your program. So in this board, you can see USB connector. Here it is a serial board. Sorry, serial onboard LED that is used to debug often, and it is connected with the pin 13. Remember this onboard LED debugging LED is connected to the pin 13. Here it is serial LED, that means for it blinks while transmitting and receiving. Therefore, it is two LED. Uh, Here it is power LED. We can see power LED, microcontroller, analogs, input output. The pins for supporting various communication like I2C or SPI based communication. So board personality. All Arduino boards have a few key capabilities and functions. These are functional microcontroller. We have Atmel microcontroller at the board basically. Although we have a number of boards and uh, there is different microcontroller in different boards. In Arduino Uno, that is most popular, we have Atmel microcontroller. So we have this functionality microcontroller. Then we have programming. Arduino provides the Arduino programming language. Basically, nothing but C++. Input output circuitry is used to interface this microcontroller with sensors, actuators, etc. And power. We have basically two options for power. One is through USB while you are in development mode. Another is a source of battery. when your board is deployed, you can power it using battery. So you can see here in this detail the various component of the Arduino fan. Power, there is this voltage and GND pin. This is the GPIO pin basically. Here it is ADC, basically analog pin, analog to ADC inputs, and microcontroller programming ICSP. ICSP header is basically used to directly program the microcontroller. Means you can directly program using C or assembly language using ICSP code. And there we have IO output, GPIO and PWM communication buses, and so on. You can see at the left there is a USB connection. So microcontroller, come to the microcontroller. The Arduino microcontroller is responsible for holding all your compiled code and executing the commands you specify. The Arduino programming language gives you access to the microcontroller peripheral, including analog to digital converters, ADC, GPIO. The GPIO stands for general purpose input output. Okay. So communication buses, as we have seen, the various type of protocol used to for communication of IC, I2C, SPI, UART. So these are all supported by this board. The most popular Arduino Uno use Atmega 328 microcontroller, as I have just said. Arduino Uno use Atmega 328 from the Atmel company. This microcontroller now this Atmel company is provided by Microchip based AVR architecture, which is again 28 legs. So Arduino microcontroller has 28 legs. It is a controller with 8-bit wide register, 8-bit wide register, 16 megahertz. It has 32 KB RAM, 32 KB RAM and 1 KB non-volatile EEPROM, which is used to store persistent data, that means to survive turning off and voltage. Most Arduino boards come with debug LEDs already connected to the pin, as I have already shown you. The programming interface. Ordinary microcontroller are written in C, assembly and program via in-circuit serial programming. In-circuit serial programming. Interface using dedicated program. The most important characteristic of Arduino is that you can program it directly using only an ordinary USB. So as I have said, it provides a simple interface to program your microcontroller, and you need not to direct program through C, through ICSP. Simply you connect your USB and write code in the IDE provided by the Arduino, and it is very easy to upload that sketch. The Arduino program is also called the sketch. It is Arduino bootloader, which is made usually to program the USB directly. So Arduino has this, and this is enabled by this bootloader. This bootloader basically enable that the proper program is loaded into microcontroller. The bootloader is loaded onto the microcontroller at the factory using ICSP header, which allows USART to load your program on the Arduino without using a separate program. In the case of Arduino Uno Mega 2560, a secondary microcontroller, and this secondary microcontroller is used to store this bootloader basically, and it serves as an interface between the USB cable and USART. In some advanced microcontroller like Arduino Leonardo and Atmega 32U4, they have the microcontroller itself has USB incorporated. So you need not to use this interfacing devices and bootloader separately. So input output GPIO ADC. Now come to the communication buses. How this microcontroller is interfaced with various sensors available, various communication chips. The part Arduino that we care most during the project is the GPIO. So how to connect this GPIO pin to various uh, a, devices or sensors is important. Arduino interacts with its environment through 13 digital, say, input-output pin, which most can be configured to either input and output. Remember, and this is important point that each pin can be configured as input and output both. And this pin is basically connected using pull-up resistor. And it is integrated pull-up. It has integrated pull-up resistor which can be configured. So there are 6 analog input. Now come to the analog. We have 6 analog input. They measure voltage up to the supply voltage of 5 volt, and alternative internal reference voltage source provide 1.1 volt reference. Several of the pins are configured to support I2Cs, SPI, and RS232 communications. And it acts in dual mode. Several pins can be configured through as this protocol. Furthermore, the built-in hardware RS232 port is connected to RS232 USB converter that allow communication and programming from your host computer. There is no Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or Ethernet module in the board, but extension board, so-called SILD. As episode, we have this extension board, also called the SILD, to connect more functionality, to add more functionality to your Arduino board. Power. The most of your project will simply use the 5 volt power that is provided by your USB cable. That is, USB provide the power, but when it is connected, while it is in development board, we have another options that motion can have 6 volt to 20 volt or 7 volt to 12 volt via direct DC barrel jack connection. So this is used to connect the battery. Some Arduino operate at 5 volt logic levels and other operates at 3.3 volt logic levels. While if the Arduino is 5 volt logic board levels, that is Uno board is a 5 volt. In other words, 3.3 volt is broken out to a pin to accommodate. So if the cell is operating at the 3.3 level, some pins are broken, can be used to give voltage range at this level, so that you can connect to the external cell. So here are different Arduino board. So we can see here in the first, it is Arduino Mega. Then we have Arduino Micro, this micro device. Now we have also Arduino Nano. It comprises of smaller microcontroller. So only board has a bigger microcontroller, and this is Leonardo. It is 32-bit microcontroller, and in the right bottom we have Arduino Dude. So based on different functionality, we select the proper board. And this is Arduino IDE, the integrated development environment for programming. You can see here, it is very simple. You can see the buttons for the link for new sketch and all that. At the bottom, the black area, we have this text console status and error messages. We can also monitor the serial input output data using the top right button. So this is example of Arduino program. It is a very simple program to basically read and write. Blink the LED. So we see its syntax is basically similar to the C, but it is not a C language because you don't here declare say void main function. So these things, these extra codes complicated codes are hidden, and only the simple the configuration part of the code is revealed, and we call it Arduino program basically. So the important thing is there are two must required functions, that is void setup and void loop. This is every program, Arduino program has this loop, this function void setup and void loop. So void setup function is used to configure different pin, and void loop are used to run the process. Basically all the process in the Arduino controller run in an infinite loop. So even if you have to configure only, this void loop must be present, although it can be kept empty. So we can see here the first line of setup is the pin mode. Pin mode is the function that configure your pin, and LED pin. The first argument is the pin number, and pin number have LED built in is a constant whose value is 13. So basically the first argument is 13, and the next argument is output, that says that this pin is used as output. If you have to use input, then you will write input. And in the loop section, on the loop function, uh, we see digital write, that is to write the digital signal on this pin, and the first argument is again the pin number, and the second argument is the voltage level. As we know, digital has two voltage, high and low. So here again the level is high. Then we have delay. Delay argument is the value for milliseconds, and then we have again digital write. So in this way, digital write, now the voltage level is low. So in this way, this whole statement run in an infinite loop, and we have the built-in LED, that debugging LED on the board kept blinking for every 22,000 milliseconds, that is 2 seconds. For 2 seconds it is on, and for 2 seconds it goes off. So this is the brief introduction of Arduino. We'll see different programs in the future lecture, and how to interface this Arduino device in your sensors.